Thank you for staying with us. Ladies, I would like for you to picture this. So in the thick of Harmattan, a season when one spark can turn into a raging inferno, the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, walks into a federal fire service station and discovers that their fire truck, the very truck meant to save lives, is only half filled with water. Yes, half filled at the peak of a fire-prone season. And what followed was nothing short of explosive. A visibly furious minister confronted the officer on duty, making it clear that this level of negligence is not only unacceptable, it is dangerous. He reminded them that firefighters are not ornaments, not placeholders, not bystanders in uniform. They are funded by taxpayers, expected to stay alert, fully equipped and strategically positioned, especially in high-risk, high-traffic areas where disaster can strike in seconds. This is not the time for excuses, he said. You are not paid to be docile. And honestly, who can blame him? In a country where one fire outbreak can wipe out entire markets, communities, homes, and livelihood, how do we explain a fire truck that's not even ready to respond? So today we're asking, is this an isolated case or a reflection of a deeper institutional rot? Are our emergency services ready for the realities? What do you make of the minister's unscheduled visit, facility assessment, and fact-finding mission? What are your thoughts? On the screen, we have the clip that shows the minister at the fire service station in Wuse.
And you are telling me that you just returned yesterday. So are you being paid to take excuse, to make excuses? No. So you are being paid that, okay, when an applicant comes, you have to wait for one day, the next day before. So you are telling me they just returned it here.
And our viewers, you would like for you to join the conversation as usual on 0201-635-2013 or 0902-416-3440. Or you can tweet to us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewOnTVC. And as you know, we're streaming live on YouTube as well. Ladies, first of all, what were your initial thoughts when you saw that clip?
This minister is a darling after my heart.
Okay.
It's under him, the Ministry of Interior has greatly improved, we must say the truth. Under him, passports collection and capture has improved greatly. In fact, it's made it a 24 hours to 48 hours matter, because I have somebody who collected has a much lesser time than I thought was possible.
Okay. And
now, the Federal Fire Service is under his watch. And I think it's somebody that, you know, is very... It's like a tokbe. It's not a wiki.
It's like a tokbe.
It's not a wiki. It's not a war person. Because the first, you know, the officer was arguing, trying to defend himself and cover image. You know, some people ego just want to finish. He was talking in the face of that embarrassment that he was discovered, that he tried to be explaining. And the minister was, instead of just, you know, talking him down like Wike would do, was like, in the name of God, keep quiet so that I can express myself. I'm not provoked further. And you see a truck half full, and you wonder why response to fire calls and all of that, those emergencies are slow. That's what they do. Is when you call, they will call the junior. Usually, when you walk past the fire barracks, you see the officer sitting down.
Yes, I was going to
the moment they have a young officer who is diligent, this is from personal experience that I know, that young officer will continuously be picked on in the service because they think he wants to show off to be better, while the officers on guard will be busy doing all nonsense that are not related to the emergency, the nature of the work for which they were trained. So they had daily drills that, you know, that they run, they do those speeds and ensure that the truck is in good. But now all of it is, they do it as part of routine. They don't do it as, you know, as people conscious of the work. I like that the minister on torchlight in this foul bomb because now what we've seen is why responses are slow. I saw that story online yesterday, and I went online to see incidences of such responses in Lube. In 2024, there was an estate market that got burnt. All the residents, after calling, they were waiting for hours while the building was burning. And they were decrying, you know, the slow response. You would know why. The fire service have their own internal issues of infrastructure and lack of machinery, but the personnel, somebody, you know, I think it was the former minister under the last administration who had gone, and they had revamped a particular second-hand truck, and they left it for commission in media when everybody had the minister. think his minister, that had gone to that point in Abuja too, only to see that the truck, because they expected him to cut ribbon and go and take pictures, but the person now decided to open the fire truck for more inspection, and what he discovered shocked him. So it's been an agency that, you know, a lot of rubbish has been allowed.
Yeah.
Well done to Tunji-Ojo. A lot of things have been put with him.
Stop.
Yeah, so for me, I've always had the opinion that it's not, we don't lack policy, we don't lack ideas, we lack implementation and the discipline to follow through. And the best way, which I've said here, is for us to have unscheduled inspections. Because I recollect under Fashola in Lagos, the difference he made. Hospitals were sitting up because they did not know if he's going to come here.
When
and
the
because
trumpet
he doesn't usually do siren, film all through his time. So you will not know he's there until he just shows up. Even in ministries, things that when you sit down, people are just sloppy. They think if I can remain on their desk, you don't know that the person opening the door might just be the governor. So there was a level of discipline and diligence that unscheduled check brought. That is what would happen here now. The minister will probably never find that particular facility in this condition anymore, because if he told them he was coming, this is what Nigerians do.
To address it.
Our minister is coming, no, they've told us they're coming. We clean everywhere, clean the floor, clean, do drama. Then all of us will now line up, wear our best uniform because we want to welcome the minister. That's not the true face. What the minister is saying is not the reality of what every other Nigerian experiences. So I do not believe any leader that wants to see the truth of what is happening under his ministry should not tell his people he's coming. Show up. Because when you show up like that, what you see is the reality of what is going on in your administration. So I'm, of course, happy that this came out, but I'm not happy that it came out too, because this is an emergency. This is, in this season, this is not the kind of thing we should see. The Oga should not be making any excuse safe. I'm like wondering, Oga, are you hearing yourself? Like, I don't get it. There are some inexcusable things. I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry, sir. We forgot ourselves, sir. I'm so sorry. Like, it's an apology and call everybody to order, not to even try making excuses. God save him that is not a wicked character. That is the minister that had to engage
Ramsey,
him.
what do you think?
Okay, so when I saw the video, the first thing that came to my mind is that this particular minister has been hands-on with all the duties he has been given to do. So when he got there, my only problem is the fact that the guy was just answering, knowing fully well that he has done something wrong. He said he just returned. So if you just returned, that means there was nobody to look in seats for you while you were away, to make sure that the things are well done. Somebody even wrote on the comment section that you should have gone to start the car to be sure that there's even fuel inside there's petrol inside the truck itself. And this one that this thing was half. In case of an emergency now, I'm just wondering, how are they going to now wait to fill up? Meanwhile, the fire was not waiting. The fire will be burning, you know, before they will now get to that place. I was very happy that he was able to just, you know, go there unexpected. And he should have just done something on the spot. Like maybe he would have suspended the guy, you know, he would have suspended him so that it can serve as a deterrent to others, so that other agencies and all of that will sit up. And also other ministers should pay all these kind of, you know, all these kind of visits to their respective positions and all, so that they can see if they can, you know, get people who are not doing what they are supposed to do at the end of the day.
Thank you, Ramoti. You said something. You said knowing fully well he's done something wrong. You're assuming. And what I mean is that I feel that there's a breakdown in the system. We have had conversations concerning the fire service for many years. We have seen their incompetencies for so many years. And many times, you know, we blame, oh, there's no funds, there are no equipment, no trucks, no water. But are we looking to see if these people who work there understand the jobs they are meant to do? Do they get the training that they are supposed to get? You know, yes, it's a good thing that the minister was there, but should the minister come from where he's come from to come and do those spot checks? Who is the fire service chief in those places?
Thank you.
What is the chain of command in the fire service? There's also the Comptroller General of the Federal Fire Service, Samuel Olumode. Why? Does he do spot checks? Does he make unscheduled visits to make sure? Do you understand? Does he even know what they are lacking or what they are not lacking? And I say this because when we went to China, we saw their fire service stations. We saw how equipped they were, how on ground and how agile they looked. You mentioned something that when you are walking past fire stations in Nigeria, you just see people just lying down, nothing to show that there's activity. So please, you know, what do you think?
There's a culture of abuse of every federal institution or agency that is prevalent among Nigerians, and the mindset is not my private business. Take a fire service man. I know the work. I've worked it as a child to an adulthood. From the fire service, who has the same training, to maybe the fire service of the military, the fire service of of an oil company, and see the difference. They sit up. When they get to the mobiles and the shells, they do better. There's more motivation, the same training. So for these ones, maybe the motivation, just as the police is, underfunding, lower pay, nothing to live for after retirement, no proper retirement package. So they are really not motivated. That's one thing, because funding is huge. It's a huge problem for fire service. That's one I would attest to. Also infrastructure, proper training. The training they give them is the same way where we take our cameras to maybe our training institutes and be laughing and comparing it to videos from abroad, because we do not want to spend the money, and we give them that culture from that point where we save costs when it comes to training, save costs, you know, and then we go to the oil company. Somebody just put together an expatriate from abroad, or even take his entire fire service team for a proper training somewhere around the world, where proper fire service, gases, all of those, you know, innovations are introduced.
Well, let's, but for me, I still wonder why the minister has to be the one to enforce compliance. But let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll continue with our conversation. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.